Hello, hello. Welcome to Just Jenna. You have no idea how excited I am that you're here. I'll be sharing the wisdom, questions, and curious little truths I've gathered along the way. From brilliant thinkers to weird memes, from ancient texts to the knowing of nature. Some of what I've learned came from books, some from breakdowns, some from simply paying attention, and some from fumbling through it myself. My hope is that these stories expand you the way that they've expanded me. So maybe, just maybe, you don't have to trip over the same parts of life I did. And if you do trip and fall, it's okay. I won't tell anyone. Hello, my little human beings. My little beans, my little chickens, my little baby bears, my cutie patooties, you guys. You guys, I think a lot of people are really confused right now. I think a lot of people, especially younger people, are confused about their life. They're confused about meaning. They're confused about purpose. They're confused about direction. And I don't think it's because people are lazy. I think that's a cop-out. I don't think it's because people don't want to try. I think it's because people are confused about success. And when I say success, I'm not just talking about money. I mean, like when you have an idea or a desire or a want and you actually bring it into reality. You like complete the life cycle of it, right? So this is doing the thing, becoming proficient in something, following something through, getting some type of reward, getting the thing, whatever it is. It can be materialistic or not. I think people are confused because we're not looking at the full picture anymore. We're only being shown outcomes constantly. We're shown the end result all the time. We're never seeing the middle. Sometimes we see the beginning. We always see the end. But we're never seeing the middle. And you cannot understand success if you only study the end, the finish line. I think a lot of us are working with a very incomplete picture here when it comes to success. Because we're living in a time where we have infinite fucking information, infinite missions, infinite choices, infinite ideas, and we're starving for meaning because we're skipping the middle. We don't see the middle in other people's lives, so we skip the middle in our own. And the middle is where meaning actually lives. I don't think this is a new thing with human beings. I just think it's being amplified because of technology, how quickly information travels, how much of other people's things we see, strangers, things we see. And this is what this episode's about, okay? Success does not equal money alone. Success to me is like actualization. So that's how, like if you have a goal or a desire or a want or a pull towards something related to your health or a skill or relationships or work or mental resilience or literally anything. I think a lot of us admire these outcomes. We get this dopamine hit from seeing these outcomes, but we don't do the work to get the outcome, and we don't usually see the work for people to get their outcome. Success to me is actualization, not admiration. We are constantly seeing 0 to 100 narratives all the time, online. We're always seeing it. We're always seeing it. But may I just say, I have never seen a 0 to 100 flip in someone's life in real life. I've never seen that in real life. I have never actually known someone personally that has, for example, had zero basketball skills and the next morning woke up and was a phenomenal basketball player. I've never seen anyone obese suddenly wake up the next day and they're skinny as hell. I've never seen someone that doesn't know how to paint anything, never picked up a paintbrush before, and the next day they are this successful thing making money and millions off of their art. No, I've never seen it in real life. I've never seen any of these things happen in real life, but we see it all the time online. All the time. Skill acquisition, like having a skill, being good at something, doing something where it doesn't take as much effort, it doesn't work like that. Like it doesn't just like, these things don't just happen. And if these things were to have just happened, let's pretend it did, it wouldn't even be meaningful because you wouldn't even want it. Seriously. If you never put forth any effort into becoming good at basketball, it wouldn't mean anything to you if you got it. If you were amazing at basketball. No, you feel proud because of the effort that you put in the middle part. Everyone knows this. Think about anything you've ever achieved. Ever. You're proud because of the effort you put in. Period. All of this sparked to my brain because it was my birthday the other day. Thank you, everyone. Yes, happy belated. Thank you so much. I'm now 26 and holy guacamole. But I went to see Avatar on my birthday. I love the Avatar movies. This is not a spoiler alert, but it really did ping something in my brain here. In the Avatar movie, I don't think this is like there's no spoilers here. So even if you don't even know what Avatar is, there's a leader of a tribe. He gets information that his tribe is about to be attacked. What does he do? He spends an entire day flying about on his mystical creatures with his tribe, informing the other tribes near him that he needs backup, that he needs help. It takes an entire day for them to spread one piece of information. And it got me thinking, holy shit, not only in this like fantastical land, I can't believe they spent, let's imagine time is real there, 24 hours just delivering a message. Wow, that's wild. Historically speaking, it could take days, weeks, months before information, vital information, you needed to be delivered to whomever for it to be delivered. Nowadays, oh my God, you can literally FaceTime someone thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away and like get instant information. Like I don't need to, you know what the internet is. You know what it is. I don't need to talk about the cell phone, be real, but like you get it. So just like anchor in with me. Like I was just like, holy shit. Wow. Like historically speaking, like, wow, it really just like took a damn minute. And now today, you go on your phone, for example, you have, I don't know, 30 pieces of information, 30 calls to action, 30 things feel urgent. Everything is all happening at the same time. It's like, hey, buy my fitness program. Hey, get this lip balm. Hey, check out this new song. Hey, the world is on fire. Donate to this cause. Hey, you can't say that word anymore. Hey, you need to email your boss. Hey, go do, it's just like there's 1,000 things happening on your phone. And I was just like, that's insane because like I said, back in the day or in the movie Avatar, like, first of all, nothing was urgent. Well, I mean, nothing is constantly urgent. And when something was delivered, it was immediate action until something was actualized, until something was solved. And now we are sitting in a puddle of 50 billion missions and 50,000 ideas, and so many things are happening all at the same fucking time. And you get so paralyzed you don't even get out of your bed and you just keep scrolling, or you're just it's a disaster. We have infinite information. We have infinite missions. We have infinite calls to action, and we are starving for meaning because we're skipping the middle part. After the avatar awakening, if you will, it also made me realize that we're following other people's missions. We're following other people's calls to action. We're following so much ad placement. We're following so much just noise and bullshit that's not even real. We're chasing these outcomes that we're seeing from other people without our hearts or our devotion even being in it, because we're just seeing someone like be a millionaire and we want to be a millionaire too. And even our own dreams that we follow, those things even become hollow without the middle part, without these reps. The issue isn't the dream. The issue isn't even like if you're following someone else's dream. That's not even what I'm talking about. I am talking about skipping the middle. When we don't see the middle in other people's lives, we skip the middle in our own. Monkey see, monkey do, okay? We're seeing only the end because that's the only thing that gets praised on social media. Okay? And these outcomes, without devotion, without having any meaning in it, it creates so much emptiness. And I feel like so many people right now are very empty and very confused because they're only chasing this like insatiable dopamine thing, which, hey, newsflash, when you get the thing, you're going to feel empty again afterwards. Like, I don't even know how to, duh, hello. Has anyone else ever felt that before? I mean, I have. So like without having this like devotion and this meaning in this middle part where you're the beginner and you're doing the hard things and no one is clapping for you and you're doing it when you're scared and you're doing it in a bad and like all these things, that's what creates meaning. That's what makes you want to keep going, and that's what makes you feel successful, okay? It really got me thinking as well because like I said, I did just turn 26, and 10 years ago I was 16 years old, and that this is not what the episode is about. But I was reflecting because I can remember being 16 clear as day. And let me tell you, that sister, that amiga, that girl, 16-year-old Jenna, I was raw with energy. Holy shit. I was raw. Wow, I really admire a lot of things about 16-year-old Jenna. She was emotionally, you know what? It was a lot. She had a lot going on. But there was something that I knew instinctively that I'm really proud of, but it's just like reminding me in this moment. Like, when I was in high school, I played sports. I was better than average. I wasn't great. I wasn't horrible. I was better than average. I practiced before practice. I practiced after practice. I would go to the gym before games. I would go to conditioning. People would leave. I would go to the track. I would be running bleachers. I would be constantly doing more than what was asked of me so I could achieve better things. If you look at the starting lineup of every sport team that I've ever played on, the starters always did more reps than what was asked of them, always. And so it would always piss me off when people would be like, well, I can't do that because I'm not as talented, or I can't do that because I just can't jump as high as she can, whatever. But I'm like, this chick practices jumping high when you're at home twiddling your thumbs. Like, people that achieve success or people that appear to be very successful are doing a crazy amount of reps in the middle part. When no one's watching and no one's asking them to do it, they're doing it. These people who are uber successful in some capacity, you have no idea the amount of reps that they're putting forth to do what they're doing. Because we just see the outcome. If you want to succeed, if you want to be good at something, you have to put in reps. In the middle part, the mundane, there's no applause. No one's going to tell you to do it. No one is holding you accountable. It is like you versus you. It's you versus whatever it is that you want. I think people admire results a lot, which totally makes sense. But if you want to admire results, true results, you need to admire the process of how it happened. Another example, this is pulling from my life, but when I knew I wanted to get my mental health in check, it was like a problem for me for years. And I was like, I have to commit to this thing. Like, I'm going to commit to getting better. I'm going to just like relentless, just get up in there. I went to therapy once a week for 3.5 years. I did not stop. Even on the days I didn't have therapy, I always showed up, and I still do stuff to this day that helps my brain. Oftentimes when people come to me asking like, how did you go from there to now here? It's like, oh, just like every single day I didn't stop trying and working at it. But people only want the outcome. They just like want to be better. Or I think it's like really easy to look at with fitness. People just like want the outcome of like being in shape. But you don't get into shape unless you work out every single day. And then once you are in shape, you have to still work out every single day to maintain the shape that you're in. I think, here we go. I think repetition beats genetics every single time. I think staying to your course, like staying disciplined, saying, nope, this is who I am and what I do. I wake up and I meditate every single day, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Staying true to that, it beats motivation. Because you're going to lose motivation, trust me. Motivation is so fucking fleeting. Because at some point, your reps become who you are. Your daily habits become who you are. Devotion is not passion. Devotion is not motivation. Devotion is showing up when it's boring and you don't want to. It's doing it when no one's watching, no one cares. After you just failed, you want to give up. That's what devotion is. And that's where you find meaning within your mission on your journey of acquiring your goal or following this idea you have. Devotion is doing the thing, whatever the thing is, when you get no fucking feedback. And I think that's another quote unquote issue. I'm going to call it an issue. I think is our generation is like starved for attention and feedback, and like attention and feedback. They're like, we're starved for. I think most people are, but like we're starved for it. But you don't get any of that taking this path. But it's the path that you have to take to find meaning. A couple years ago, I really came to the awareness that I was like, okay, my entire life is made up by my daily habits, period. My entire life is, or you could look at, if you want to see where you're going to end up in a couple of years, look at your daily habits. If you want to see why you are feeling the way that you're feeling, look at your daily habits. It will point you exactly to what is going on. So I wrote down very detailed, like my exact, and you have to be very honest with yourself, exactly what my daily habits were like what am I usually doing most days? And on the weekends, if it was different during the week, or if there was a work day or not a work day, like what am I doing? You have to write your day out in complete detail, not what you intend to do, but what you actually do during the day. So for example, let's say before you do this little daily habit audit, you're like, I want to lose weight. Let's say you want to lose weight. Okay. And for the last year, you've been like in your head, like, oh, I still just haven't lost weight. I'm still doing these things. And like, I work out sometimes and like, I don't know, like, I still don't, whatever. Okay. If you make an audit of your daily habits, you will see exactly why you haven't achieved whatever it is that you want to achieve. Okay. Because if you do not carve out time daily, or at least every other day, or something, some type of scheduled patterned system. Okay, it doesn't have to be every day, it doesn't have to be every other day, but it has to follow some type of system, some type of pattern. If you don't have a system for movement, if you don't have a time slot in your life completely dedicated to movement of some sort, you will never hit your fitness goals. You just won't. It's impossible. It is impossible because it will not happen overnight. You have to do these things every single day. If you want to make more money, do a daily audit of your life and what are you doing every day. And if you have no streams of income, you're never going to make any money. Never. It's impossible. Like, straight up. If you want to learn to speak Spanish, but you don't practice Spanish daily or in some type of routine structured way, you're never going to learn Spanish. Everyone wants these outcomes, but no one is willing to do the work. And when I say work, I mean you have to do it every single day. And maybe not every single day, but again, some type of structure here. If you want to be a better writer, you need to structure time to practice writing. Like, no one is born with these like incredible, amazing gifts. I mean, maybe there's a couple anomalies. I am not talking about the anomalies. I'm talking about the regular schmegulars like me and you, baby. Like, we are so regular. We are all so regular. We're all so the fucking same. Like, even people that like have way more success and money than you, God, I'm telling you, they're the same as you. So whatever. Even like Beethoven or something. I remember Robert Greene like talking about it was like Beethoven or like Bach or something. Like, the amount of time. Everyone's like, oh my God, a young protege. Like, he was like gifted. No, he spent like 14 hours a day practicing music. Like, all of these people with these amazing success stories, they put in so much fucking time, effort, and energy and repetition when no one else was caring or applauding or doing any of the things into their craft, into their goal, into doing what it is they want to do. Thus, giving you meaning. Your habits explain your results perfectly. So if there's an area of your life that you want to change and you don't know how to change it, look at your daily habits and say, am I even making space for this thing to come in my life? Hello? Meaning does not come from the outcomes. Meaning comes from execution. Meaning comes from completion. Meaning comes from that silent, like, nod you can do to yourself and you're like, I fucking did it. Like, oh my God, it was worth it. Like, those hours, that time, that energy, all of the shit that I poured into it, it was worth it. Like, I did it. That's when you feel proud. That's when you have meaning. That's when you're chasing something that has fucking a heartbeat to it rather than chasing some stupid ass fucking outcome. Sorry. Chasing some stupid outcome because you saw someone else do it and you saw their finish line story and you're like, hey, I want to do that too. Do you? Because you have no idea actually what they went through to get to that point. Like, do you even want, like, I don't even know if you want it. You don't even know. The boring reps are the entire point. The middle is where meaning lives. I've said it so many times, I want to say it just 1,000 more. The middle is where the meaning lives. And I just feel like so many of us are walking around without any sense of meaning or purpose or direction. You will find meaning through the middle. If you stop when things get hard, or if you stop when you're confused, or if you stop when you just don't feel like it, or if you stop because it's cold out, or the weather's weird, or because someone rejected you, or something didn't go as planned, then nothing will ever feel meaningful because nothing is ever completed when you give up. Success isn't this magical out there thing. Success isn't like this motivational thing either. Success is complete and utter devotion to the process. Your daily habits are going to show you where you're going to end up in the next couple of years. I used to probably say all the time, like, oh, there's no such thing as wasting time and like whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe in that anymore, if I'm being completely honest with you, because time is the most invaluable thing we have. You can't buy it. You can't make it. You just have what you have. And I think a lot of people are wasting time by starting things without completing them. Because you start something thinking, oh, if I start doing this thing, then I'm going to get success in this way. You have no. You have to do the middle part. You have to do the grunt work. You have to do the shitty part. You have to do the part where no one cares. You have to do it when you're alone. No rewards. Sorry, no dopamine. Whoops. No success. You're still not good at the skill yet. You make no money yet. Nope, you have to do it even then. That's especially when you have to do it. Because that's where you find meaning. That's when you find out who you are. And that's when you find out, oh my God, okay, this is who I am. Change your daily habits to change your life. Show up to your daily habits. Show up every day. Because the meaning that I feel like so much of us are just yearning for, I am telling you that meaning is found in the mundane. I'm telling you, it is so found in the mundane. Sorry, I got a little passionate there. But it's true. I feel like I see so many people, they're walking around with no zest. They have no zest for life. They're either on someone else's mission because they just want an outcome. If you're a creature who just wants to consume, that's not being a human being. Consumption all the time, wanting outcomes, wanting things, wanting whatever, without putting in effort. No, it's not what a human being is meant to do. We're meant to be doing stuff, not just consuming. It's gross. It's literally gross. One of my favorite movies, Spirited Away, at the very beginning, I'm sure you guys are familiar, but the very beginning, when the main character, her parents are like just consuming food and consuming all this stuff. It's just like a grotesque scene, to be honest. I don't know if grotesque is the right word. I'm going to keep it moving. But you just like see the horrors of just like consumption without any intention or meaning. It's just gross. Turned into pigs. It's like what they show the parents evolve into pigs, just like constantly consuming. And I feel like I see people in that energy, constant consumption, trying to feel something, thinking that consuming is going to make them feel this meaning that they're looking for. No, not gonna happen. And then the other is like constantly being so flippant and bending at the whim of other people, bending at the whim of like even your own bullshit excuses, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do extra tomorrow, I'll do it. No, you won't. I hope this doesn't come off as preachy, because I've been all of it. I'm understanding this now because I'm seeing it so clearly upon reflection. It's like a reminder that I've had recently, because so many people are wasting their time chasing something, thinking it's going to bring them happiness, when what's going to bring them happiness is the effort that they put towards that goal, that dream, whatever. That's when you feel proud of yourself. Sometimes I just get not frustrated. I don't want to say frustrated, but when people kind of look at me, for example, and they're like, oh, I could never do that. Like, you're just good at it or whatever. It's like, no, what? Like, I practice this daily. Like, there's just certain things I practice daily behind the scenes that no one will ever know about. Unless you're like very intimately in my life, you don't know about a lot of things that I do daily. And so when people are like, oh, I just can't, I'm like, what? You have to try. And you have to keep doing it again and again and again. Again and again and again. And it might not even work, but at least you'll feel proud of yourself. I think that's all I got to say. Yeah, I think that's it. Remember that social media rewards the finish line. It doesn't show you the process and the pain and the outcome. Even if people are trying to articulate the middle part, they're not good at it. I'm not, no one's good at it. You just have to do it. So keep showing up. Keep giving her hell, people. Give her hell. Okay. I will see you guys next Tuesday.